when you look at, people that have the things you want, the job you want, the house you want, the partner you want, the finances you want, the physique you want, do you get jealous? Do you get envious? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. It's Monday morning, baby. We're rolling into a new week. I hope your Monday morning is going well. If you listen to this in the morning, sorry, I had to itch my nose there. If you listen to this in the morning, if you don't, and you listen to this later in the day, I hope your Monday went well. It's Monday, baby. How we doing? I had a pretty good weekend. It's Sunday night as I'm recording this. I'm about to get ready for bed, and I just wanted to give you something, a little bit of something before I went to bed tonight, so that you got something to listen to in the morning here. And happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. As you guys know, the audio of this, the podcast of this drops Monday mornings and Thursday mornings at 5 a.m. The videos will be posted at 5 p.m. for people that like to watch as well. But happy Monday. Welcome to the Risen Fallen Podcast. I should say that. Welcome to the Risen Fallen Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Henriksen, and welcome to the show. If you're brand new to this show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development. If you're a returning listener or returning viewer, then thank you very much for coming back and showing support, supporting this journey, supporting this podcast and the movement all together of basically strengthening yourself and lifting others up along the way. And, whether you're brand new to this or not, you are the reason that I do what I do. So thank you for being you. Thank you for coming back, or thank you for stumbling upon this for the first time. And just remember, no matter what it is you're going through, you're not alone, and life can and will get better. And so I just wanted to spread that message out for everybody out there. But happy Monday. We made it. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. Don't know how your weekend went, but I hope it went well. And regardless of how it went, it's time to kick some ass. It's time for a new week. I just want to kick this off. I was having a conversation yesterday. It's today. I was having it because it's Sunday when I'm recording this. But if you're, listening to this on Monday, then it was yesterday. I was having this conversation with Teddy. We were driving home and we were just kind of chatting about, these feelings of envy and jealousy. And, I feel like envy and jealousy and those types of emotions, those feelings are something that we all deal with. We're working hard. We're on our grind. We're good. We get that new thing. We get that new, we get to a point where we're feeling good. We're feeling proud of what we have. And then we see somebody else and, maybe they have a better job, a better lifestyle, a better schedule, a better house, a better partner, a better, you name it. And, we look at that person and we think, I want that. I need that. I can't be happy without that. I deserve that. God, that's so much better than what I have. And we start to make these comparisons. We start to make these, thoughts of not being grateful for what we have and not being thankful. Instead, we start to operate from this lack of, scarcity, this lack of happiness. And, one way to look at, these feelings of jealousy and envy and those feelings that we get is actually admiration. Looking at somebody else and what they have. And again, I was kind of speaking about this during the episode that I had last Monday about body positivity, speaking about, looking at something that somebody has that, makes you feel jealous, makes you feel envious or anything like that. And thinking like, wow, I can't believe they got that thing. I can't believe they have that. I can't believe that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so, that's so miraculous? That's so cool that a human could achieve that or do that or have that thing. And when I was talking to Teddy about this, she was saying, when you feel those feelings of envy or jealousy or anything like that, it should be a good indicator of what you truly desire, what you truly want, what you truly need, what you're hungering for, what your thirst is for. And to think, how can I achieve that? How can I get that? And let that be a motivating factor for you, to work harder, to push to get that thing. It should be a feeling of, wow, what do I have to do to get that thing? What do I have to do to achieve that physique? What do I have to do to get that amount of money? What do I have to do to get that house, to get that partner, to get that thing that I'm envious of, that I'm feeling jealousy of right now? I think that's a powerful way to look at it, because it flips that negative emotion that you feel when you look at somebody else, that you're basically saying, I deserve that thing. They don't deserve that thing. It flips it from a negative to a positive. Because regardless of, your spiritual views, the way that you view the world, whether you view the world as, I don't know, some universe that it has some universal energy, or you believe in God, or you believe in a creator of something else, or whatever it is. But when you speak words, they have power. And when you have thoughts, they have power, whether you believe that or not. And when you spread, and when you, distribute or give or contribute negative energy to the world, or to God, or the universe, or whatever you say, I say God. When you give negative energy towards a thing, when you look at somebody else and you give negative feelings, when you feel that negative feeling, when you hear about somebody having something or achieving something, and you think, or you feel this negative pit in your stomach, what you're telling God, or what you're telling the universe, is that you feel negative towards that thing, that person. And then what that basically says to the universe, or God, or whatever you believe, what that says is you feel negative towards that thing. And if you feel negativity towards that thing, then it's probably not going to come towards you. Whereas if you flip it to a positive thing, and you hear, oh, so-and-so just got a raise, so-and-so just got a new job, so-and-so just bought a house, and you feel a positive emotion, you think, wow, that's so cool. I'm so proud of that person. It's so cool that that person can achieve that thing. When you look at the people that you feel, these feelings of envy and jealousy from, and you shift it to an admiration standpoint or a motivating standpoint, and you think, wow, that's amazing that another human being achieved that. I want to achieve that. I can't wait to do that. I want to find a way that I can do that as well. If someone else can do it, I can too. When you flip it to a positive thing, it tells God that I have positive feelings towards that thing, or that you have positive feelings towards that thing. And when you feel positive towards something, then you're more likely to achieve it. And that's my personal belief. I feel like that is a universal law. Some people say it's the law of attraction. I just say that's the message that you're giving to God. And so I think that that's a really useful way to look at these feelings of, when you feel jealousy, it should be motivation. And then, I was thinking, another way to look at this is almost a more, and I always feel like my points of views are a little bit more difficult for some people to wrap their heads around, because I got a fucked up brain. I got a weird brain. I got a brain that thinks of things from an obscure angle sometimes. And so, the way I was looking at it is, when you feel jealousy, when you feel envy, sometimes that can build resentment. You hear about somebody that you like, somebody that you don't like, somebody that you know, somebody that you barely know, somebody that you just know on social media, and they achieve something that you feel envy of or jealousy of. And essentially what you feel, is kind of a self-centered feeling, because you think, basically one of two things. That person doesn't deserve that thing. Or you think, I deserve that thing. I should have that. Why do they have that? I should have that. They don't work as hard as I do. I work so hard. I deserve that. And this is kind of what I was alluding to earlier, because basically that message that you're saying is, a feeling of, a lack of gratitude or not being grateful for what you truly have already. You think, I deserve that thing, which means that what you have already, you don't deserve, because you deserve better, you deserve more. And it creates a separation between you and the rest of the people around you. It creates a separation between you and the universe, the world, your fellow human beings. And it elevates you. It's a self-centered feeling saying, I deserve that thing. That person doesn't deserve that thing because I'm better and I deserve it. For whatever reason, whether you worked harder, you had a harder life, whatever it could be, and you're raising yourself up saying, I deserve that. When you really don't know what they've done to achieve it, or you don't understand in other ways how you're more blessed than they are, and that they might be looking at you with envy if they were to know about all the ways that you're blessed in your life. And speaking of gratitude and being grateful for what you have, instead of looking at all of those things that you don't have and saying, my life would be so much better if I had that thing. My life would be so much better if I had that job, that house, that partner, that money, that physique, that whatever you're jealous of or envious of or whatever it could be. Instead of feeling like that, we should really look within and think about all the things that we do have in our lives, the homes that we have, the roof over our head, the food that we get to eat, the vehicle we get to drive, the finances that we do have, the time we get to spend with people we love, the job we get to go to, the opportunity that we have to make money. There's countless things that we can be thankful for if you really just take a look at your life. And furthermore, when you do that, you should really think about if you're even using those things the right way. And this is, again, probably going to dip more into the religious, spiritual views of my own personal views. But to think about how you should be using those things. And when I say that, there's really only one answer in my personal beliefs. Because I feel like everything that we have, and I guess this isn't even really a personal feeling, this is kind of a fact, whether you're willing to face it or not, everything that you have is kind of borrowed. You don't really own anything. And the proof of that is the fact that, we're all here for a temporary, even our lives are temporary. It's not something that we own. We can't keep it forever in our clutches. Everything is temporary. Our belongings, our life, everything. And so, assuming that everything that we have is borrowed because one day we're going to have it taken away from us when we pass away, you have to understand that then if it's borrowed, that means it's not yours. And if it's not yours, then who does it belong to? And the obvious answer for me is, well, God. If you don't believe in God, then maybe the universe, maybe, I don't know, whatever you believe. But understanding that everything is temporary and lent to us for a short period of time in the large scheme of things, why were they lent to us? Why were they given to us? If you want to think of it from a viewpoint of they were given to you for as long as you're alive on this earth, why were they given to you? And for me, again, the obvious answer would be for the purpose of spreading love, for the purpose of using them to do good in the world. And so with all that in mind, you think about all the things that you have, right? The jobs that we have, the roof over our head, the tools we have, the vehicles we have, the connection that we have on social media, the relationships we have, the time we get to spend with others, the food that we have in our fridge, and you think, how can I use this to make the world a better place? How can I make someone else happy with this? How can I make the world better, more positive, more filled with love? How can I use these things that I have the way that they were intended to be used by who they were given to me from in a way that can make a positive impact on the world around me and on the people around me as well? I think that the biggest, like I said, I think that the biggest issue around, jealousy and envy and those feelings and emotions that we have is the fact that it comes from a place of ungratefulness for what we already have and not using those things properly. And I think truly that if you were to reflect on that, it comes from almost a feeling of guilt and thinking that if you were to have other things, then maybe it'd be easier for you to make the world better or for you to feel happiness in the understanding that you're not using the things that you have, and that's why you're ungrateful for them. So I just wanted to share this little message for you guys today, maybe as like a little morning meditation practice for you, as a Monday meditation practice for you to reflect on, the things that you have in your life, to think about the things that you're grateful for, and to think about some of the things that you have, because we all have that kind of junk drawer, or that little spot in the closet where we keep a bunch of shit that we really don't need, all the extra things that we have all these things, yet we're still wanting more. We're still jealous of other people's things. We're still envious of what others have, even though we have so many things that we literally don't even use all of our things. We just let them sit in a fucking drawer. And so think about the things that you have that are just sitting in a drawer. You think about the things that you have that are just sitting in the back of your closet, and understand that, maybe you could donate them. Maybe you could sell them. Maybe you could give them to somebody else, because, if you're not using them, Lord knows somebody else will be able to put it to better use. And you'll probably be, even that would be making the world a better place and making somebody else's life better. And so that's just a way to look at the feelings of jealousy and envy, using it as a motivating factor to go out, and if you truly do desire to have bigger and better things, to go out and do whatever it needs to be done to get those things to improve your life. If you really think that that is going to improve your life. And if you do feel those feelings of jealousy and anger, to understand that, it should be a reminder to be grateful for what you do have, because those things can be taken away from you in a day. It could be gone in a second. And so, I wanted to leave you guys on a positive note. I wanted to leave you guys on kind of a note of, feeling like you should be grateful, feeling like you should be motivated. I wanted to leave you guys with something positive. And so here's a little quote from Seneca. He even says, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." He also says, "The law of the pleasure in having done anything for another is that the one almost immediately forgets having given, and the other remembers eternally having received." He also says, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for something that he has not." And so I just wanted to share these quotes with you guys, because I think that those are powerful quotes. He's basically saying that the wisest, the smartest, the most happiness, the people that are the most blessed are the people that are content with the things that they have, because that is enough. You've made it this far with what you have. And if you want more, then be motivated to go out and get it. And that's the message I wanted to give you guys on this Monday morning. If you're feeling like you need more, if you're feeling like you truly do desire those things that you really do desire, that keep you up at night, that make you look at somebody else and think, I want that thing, I need that thing, then let me bless you with the motivation to go out and get that right now, because it's Monday morning. It's time to start some work, baby. Baby boy. Baby. It's time to go out and work. So I know that right now, as this podcast is dropping, I am heading off to work. I'm going out there to go and get that money, to go and do some work, to build some shit, to learn, to be grateful, and to try and make the world a better place. And I'm hoping that you are as well. So thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying your Monday morning or your Monday evening or whatever time you're listening to this at. And like I said before, no matter what it is you're going through, life can and will get better for you. So, little reminder as well, we do have the Risen Fallen group. If you want to connect on there, you guys know I talk about it every single episode. We do in-person meetups. We have Telegram group chats. We have Zoom calls every single week. If you want to learn more about that, reach out to me on Instagram at Risen Fallen. You can support the movement as well by getting a hoodie, getting a tee. All the proceeds go towards that mental health group. You can see that kind of stuff on risenfallen.com. Other than that, have a good week. I will see you all on Thursday. Much love and peace out. I love you all, you beautiful human beings. Bye.